Hello, everybody. This is Catholic Dad, episode number 120. Let's see, Joe Biden, creepy Joe Biden, that corrupt SOB. And so, everybody loves Uncle Joe, that he's this wonderful politician, but I don't know if you saw what came out about the dude today, the man, the myth, and the legend. And this is the kind of crap that makes everybody really annoyed with politics in the world and America and everything else, is that these guys, they go into politics and they make like 150, 100, or 200 grand a year, and they end up like multi millionaires after raising a family. None of this stuff makes sense, and there's got to be corruption in it. Well, anyway, so creepy Joe Biden, with all his what's going on with the guy? All these creepy videos that he has where he's like sniffing girls' hairs and holding them really tight and touching them in inappropriate places and being like way too affectionate. These have been around for years and years on end. My wife showed me them before, like back 8 years ago we've seen these videos. But now all of a sudden they surfaced. And why did they surface? Like suddenly Joe Biden was fine before under Barack Obama, but why do people want him out now? There's got to be something more. Like why did these videos not mean anything, say, 6 years ago, but suddenly they're a big deal? And I think what it may be is what's related to what came out today. Joe Biden gave an interview in front of the Council of Foreign Relations last year or the year before, or something like that. He was he was Obama's head of the Ukraine relations, and they were threatening Ukraine, the president of Ukraine, with holding back $1 billion in foreign aid if they didn't get their lead prosecutorial investigator of the country fired. And he said, I told him, you have 6 hours to fire him or else you lose the $1 billion. And you can ask the president that if you want, but that's the way it's going to play out. And they fired him. Now, what was this guy threatening to do? This head investigator, I think his name was Shikov or something like that, was investigating a company called Burisma. Now, Ukraine is a natural gas pipeline between Europe and Russia. And so the natural gas flows through there, and Burisma was a natural gas company. Well, anyway, so who was on the board of directors making over $100,000 per month for sitting on the board of directors of Burisma? Some guy named Hunter Biden, which is Joe Biden's kid. And so, and the lead prosecutorial investigator of Ukraine was threatening to investigate Burisma and its corruption within Ukraine, and how it was like working deals when it, in corrupt manners, which is now a massive problem. You got the Vice President of the United States of America, who's the head of Ukraine Foreign Relations, testifying in front of the CFR, and I don't want to say testifying, but saying in a live interview in the CFR that he bullied the president of Ukraine to get rid of the lead investigator that was investigating a company that his son was on the board of directors, making a lot of money being on the board of directors for. This is the kind of corrupt crap that needs to stop. And also, this is all also in context of foreign meddling, Russian relations, and all the other garbage. Because I don't know if you know what went on in Ukraine. There was a little bit of a coup d'etat in Ukraine under Barack Obama, probably orchestrated by the CIA. Now all of a sudden they want to get the president out because Russia meddled in our elections a little bit. I think the Department of Justice is about to be unleashed on these people, and this is going to be interesting because Donald Trump is now no longer under investigation. The gloves are going to come off, and now the DNC wants to get rid of Joe Biden for some reason. So they're outing him with these videos, these creepy Joe videos. But the creepiness to Joe Biden is not the fact that he treats women improperly. The creepiness to Joe Biden is the fact that he uses vice presidential power in corrupt ways to shake down the American taxpayer for $1 billion to keep his son in a job that's well-paying. Think about that for a second, people. This is the kind of crap that needs to stop. This is the kind of cronyism that needs to go away. And I'll tell you what, if you're Vice President of the United States of America, you better disclose this stuff when you start dealing with foreign governments. If you don't, that's conflict of interest. And if that's conflict of interest, you need to go away. I mean, you're not allowed to do that. I can't do that in my job. And I'm just a physician. Like, I always have to disclose what my my conflicts of interest are. I have to disclose where I accept my money from, where I send my money, and so on and so forth when I'm dealing with hospitals. Why doesn't Joe Biden have to do this stuff? There needs to be an investigation into this, and it needs to be a hard investigation. Joe Biden needs to testify over it if any of this stuff is true. And I saw the video. I saw Joe Biden saying it himself. And so if Hunter Biden happens to be on the board of directors of this Burisma company. That's a natural gas company that was being investigated by the guy he got fired. Yeah, that's a problem, Joe Biden. And oh, by the way, Department of Justice, that's a problem. And this is why Donald Trump got elected. It's because everybody's tired of the Washington politics as usual. So this is Catholic Dad making you think about it. Please like or subscribe, share with your friends if you like the contents of this video. The corruption needs to go away, and God bless you all. And get the Mass, pray the Daily Rosary.